our three-time champion, three-peat, breaking his own course record, Magnus Ditlev. What a race.
Yeah, very emotional race, and it was just what I was dreaming of before the race.
Yeah.
Going solo off the front and riding aggressively on the bike, and then going for the fast marathon. And it was amazing to be back here in Roth, and this time, yeah, it gets bigger and bigger, and the crowds get better and better. So yeah, I can't wish for more.
And look at that. It's what, 2:34?
Yeah, I'm not sure about
I think right in that ballpark, but the deal is the roads are slower because they're wet.
Yeah.
So you had to do it on the run.
Yeah, I think the bike course was a bit slower because my power numbers were the best they have ever been. So then I just ran a little bit faster.
You're the best in the world right now, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And when you take Kona in October, it'll be one of the biggest years in the history of the sport.
Yeah, that is the plan.
I love it. Thank you, Magnus. We're with the Buffalo Man. Third place today, man. It was a battle between you and Bishop. What was going on out there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I paced the marathon much better.
Yeah, you didn't go as fast early. You seemed like you stayed back.
Yeah, I was dialed in on my pace, and when I got second, I was like, yeah, I got this. You know, they're all fading behind. But then, mostly just muscularly, my legs, my quads completely seized up pretty early, so that was a bit of a, well, that was a huge problem. And around 25K already. And from there, it was just, I could barely run, just my quads were just done. And in Buchenbach, something switched in my mind, but I was like, no, I'm not finishing off the podium here.
No, you're taking the podium. Buffaloes don't finish off the podium.
Yeah,
you're not falling off any podium.
I was like, oh, it's like 6-7 Ks. I mean, that's still forever, but managed to hold it off. So pretty happy that considering what happened, I'm on the podium.
Right, he broke his own course record. That's pretty impressive to be in a field like that and to finish on the podium. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Andrew Starykowicz, your last finish line. I love it.
Last full.
Last full finish line. What'd you think?
I was having a great race, and I punctured with about 15 miles left of the bike, and
but you sucked it up.
I tried to repair it, and I put a tube in it, and it punctured again. There's a piece of glass in it, and I had to limp it to the finish line, and ended up getting somebody spectating, got me another tube, and we fixed it. And then when I ran well, and then when it was time to push hard, I just wasn't motivated.
You're the man. Thank you for doing so much for our sport. Appreciate it.
I just wish I could have finished on a better note.
Hey, you finished. So I'm with the fastest female iron distance athlete ever, Annie Haug. I mean, when you hear that, and I just go like 52-minute swim, 4:27, 2:38.52 run, 8:02.28. Does that surprise you?
Definitely, especially after that beginning of the year where I didn't know what to expect from my season because I didn't really race before, so it was a bit of a box of chocolate. But I mean, experience that you always come back stronger, and maybe I had to fool my head to believe that a bit. But normally as an athlete, you want to have proof in training that you still can do it, and yeah, I'm like overwhelmed. I can't really get it now.
What's funny is when we were chatting the other day, I mean, you were talking last year, Daniela took the course record of 8:18 to 8:08. And while you were in the race, you basically said, quit giving me splits to Daniela. Yeah, give me splits a second because she's gone. Well, that 8:08, you took another 7. You took basically 20 minutes off your time from last year. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think the condition, I mean, we are outdoor sport, and I think today we're perfect conditions, so we could run a marathon under 30 degrees. It really makes a difference.
Yes.
And the rain on the bike didn't really bother me much, so I think the triathlon gods were just with us today, and yeah, everything has to get on a day like that. Everything has to be perfect, and I was just super lucky.
So you weren't super lucky. When Magnus runs what he ran, and you ran faster than him for the last 10K?
Yeah, the press conference, they had the last 12Ks.
Yeah. See, 12K, not that K. Yes.
Yeah.
The last 12K, you outsplit the guy who also broke the course record, or broke the world record.
Yeah, I mean, what Magnus did was just amazing. He just came back into town when I left to Büchenbach. I said, wow, he must be an hour ahead of me. And he did fantastic. I mean, he had such a big lead and did it 3 times in a row. He was really on fire.
So this was your 3rd win here too, right?
Yes, but I had a second in between, so it was not in a row.
Right, but you've got 3 wins here. And I don't know how many women have had more than that. So
Belinda, maybe? Belinda Granger?
Belinda's only won once here.
Oh, really?
Yes. Maybe
Chrissy?
Nicole Leader, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But you're in rarefied air. There have not been that many who have done that well. What is it about this course? You do so well here. Like I said, 3 wins, a second. What is it about this course that suits you so well?
I think it's a combination of many things. The course is really nice because it's not just flat, so it's a bit underlaying. You have hills, you have technical passages, and of course the crowds. I think the most different make the crowds, and I mean, home race always gives you extra wings, and yeah, it's the whole package, I would say. I mean, you're hardly anywhere alone on the course. There's everywhere like crowds and hot spots, which really pushes you, and you can gain energy from that, and it really gives you the power to go to the next hot spot. And yeah, it was just fantastic. Even it rains a lot on the bike because the crowds were out there cheering at us.
Yes.
So, and the volunteers, everyone is like so on fire. So it's just a race like no other.
So now do you focus on Nice from here?
Now I go to T100 London.
And you've done really well at those,
Yeah.
even while focusing on something like Challenge Roth.
Yeah, ask me tomorrow how my legs are. But yeah, I really want to be competitive at the race because T100 means a lot to me, the fast stuff, and I hope I will be in a decent shape, and then it's all focused on Nice after that.
When you go 8:02, that means that obviously someone's going sub-8. Right, just in this last few years, there's been so many new advancements, and the women are going faster and faster and faster. What you learned last year with Daniela is you have to keep getting faster because everybody is up in the ante. You're 41 years old. You're the fastest woman ever in the history of iron distance.
Maybe I don't have time anymore. That's, the pressure was on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the talent is there. Everybody's taking it to another level, and you're showing that. You know, age isn't just a number. It's a number that doesn't exist. It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, it's just the dedication you put in your work. And if you, I mean, triathlon is an endurance sport, so you have to do it on a regular basis. You have to be like, yeah, dedicate your life to the sport. And if you like still fall on fire, why should you slow down? And I have the best team around me, to be honest. I have the best coaches. I have the best physios. I have the best material you can possibly have, the best sponsors. So the whole package is pretty perfect, and it's up to me to make the best out of it, and they thank you.
And you are the best female long-distance triathlete in history. Congratulations, Annie.
Thank you, ma'am.
2nd place today, Laura Philipp. Phenomenal day.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Anna was quite a bit faster, but yeah, I tried to do my best, and I also scored a new personal best time,
Exactly.
so nothing to be said about.
When you have the best day you've ever had here, and somebody's better on that day, you can't do anything about it. You know you're heading in the right direction.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll take it as motivation, you know, to trying to improve my game as well.
So last year, Daniela was in a different time zone. She was 13 minutes ahead of Annie. And then Annie comes back and takes another 7 minutes off of that. So here you are, you know, you had a great race today, and you're training up St. Moritz. You got Nice coming up. You're heading totally in the right direction, and the rest of the season is going to be great.
Yeah, hopefully. As I said, like, I'm also proud of my race. I felt good, and I think I can, yeah, just build on this performance.
Love it. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks for always being so kind with your time.
Thank you.
Laura Philipp, 2nd place today. We're with somebody who I think ran a marathon PR, if I'm not mistaken, like
and
2:56.
I broke the Dutch record, Bob.
Did you really?
I did. I'm so happy. I really had to run for my life. Number 4 and 5, they got so close. But I thought, no, I really want to finish here on the podium now, and I really can't let it go. So, yeah, I just gave my absolute best, and I'm so proud that I made it.
You were like right with Laura Like throughout that bike ride and even early in the run, you were losing a little ground, but not much?
Yes, I was just proud to come off the bike with her, and I know that Haug and Philipp, they are just incredible runners, you know, and I also have to be realistic. They're just better runners than I am, and I just wanted to focus on my own race, my own marathon, and I thought,
I think
just give my absolute best.
Annie ran the fastest women's marathon.
I can't believe it, and she broke the record. I'm so proud of her.
Well, you think about it.
Incredible.
Last year she lost to Daniela by 13 minutes, right? And she broke the course record like 20 minutes off her time from last year.
Doing it all by herself today. Yeah, that's incredible. What a performance.
And you were feeling good all day?
Well, I actually felt pretty strong all day, yes. Of course, crossing that finish line, I really had to dig deep. But I was like pretty strong all day. And also I think in the run, very consistent with my pace. And just a very good day out there.
For somebody celebrating the 10th anniversary of being alive, of just being above ground and being able to walk and talk and have a race like you just had, you just have to be so proud.
I am so proud, yes. And this is such a special race. It's just so unique. The spectators are amazing. And finishing here with a 3rd place, that's kind of a dream for me coming true. Yeah.
You are the best. Congratulations. What better place to wrap up an amazing week than here at the finish line of Challenge Roth. When I talk about triathlon and I talk about the best example of triathlon and what it means, the community here at Challenge Roth is unbelievable. We had the fastest male time, the fastest female time in history. Annie Haug went 8:02 and ran a 2:38 marathon. It's not long before the women are being sub 8 hours. It's spectacular. While you're watching some of the 30-some interviews we did on Breakfast with Bob, it's great to watch the interviews with Magnus and Annie, but Magnus and Annie were with us 6-7 years ago when nobody knew who they were. Check out some of the other names that maybe you have not seen before. You're going to learn why those athletes are comers, and they're going to be the athletes we're going to be talking about for the next 5 to 10 to 15 years. Thank you for tuning into the shows. None of this stuff happens without your amazing support. The people here at Roth who've come up and said they watch every interview, they love what we do, that just warms my heart. I love talking to athletes. I love lurking. I like knowing what makes athletes tick. I like finding out that every one of these pros, they were an age grouper, just like you. And they have the same type of struggles with family and friends and trying to get to the start line and trying to get to the finish line. So, have a great rest of your summer racing and training. Check out all of our interviews and please support our sponsors. Thanks again for making Breakfast with Bob just such a labor of love.